What's up, my beautiful people? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Exile451 here with yet another daily dose of Reddit Happy. It's Friday, everyone. You made it to the weekend. Let's get it started off right with some stories out of r/deciding to be better. Just real quick, these aren't going to be stories so much today as they are going to be life advice posts because I came across some really good ones that I felt like you guys would appreciate. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Our first story comes from user North Coastian. Take control of your life and decide to be better. You're freaking beautiful and you deserve it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I typed up a very long piece of advice for a post on the subreddit, and it can be applied to most aspects of your life. I've been suicidal for about a decade now, and after surviving 2 attempts on my life, I feel like I'm finally learning the lessons that not only would have saved me a lot of pain, but also could have seriously reduced my depression, helped me stay in school, maintain healthier relationships, and not be reliant on drugs and alcohol. So whether you're struggling with self-confidence, body positivity, mental illness, or you're just plain miserable, these ideas could turn your whole identity inside out. I'm currently trying to take my own advice and really practice what I preach because even though sometimes I hate myself, I cannot leave the people who love me behind in this world. Not yet, anyway. So, if not for yourself, be better for them. If you ever find yourself feeling lost, depressed, hopeless, or even just discontent with where your life is at right now, you need to take a good look at what your values have been and be honest and realistic with yourself about what you want them to be. I don't mean your morals. I mean what gets you up in the morning. Everybody has a thing, belief, purpose that affects every single decision they make more than anything else. For some people, it's God. For some people, it's themselves. For some, it's family or money or sex. Reflect on what gives your life the most meaning and be brutally honest. Next, think about the qualities you want to have instead. Ask yourself why you want to have those qualities, and then plan the actions you have to take to get there based on what you value the most, or want to value the most even if you don't have it right now. You think you care about your wife, but looking back, you realize you wouldn't have cheated on her if you didn't care about your own happiness more. This doesn't work if you're not honest and realistic. If you value having friends that care and support you, you have to realize you need to value and support others first. And yourself. You ask yourself, why do I want good friends? And the answer is pretty simple. Because you're a human who has social needs, and you want to feel supported by and connected with people who share similar values as you. If you decide your top priority is to be beautiful, ask yourself why. What is beautiful to you? Is it just being prettier than your friends? Because if you define success based on how superior you are to others, then you will always feel like a failure because there will always be someone more attractive, smarter, stronger, etc. than you. So, if being beautiful isn't about being more or less attractive than other people, does it simply mean being attractive to everyone? Because in that case, you're screwed again. Everyone has their own preferences. There will always be people who find you attractive, or funny, or cool, or annoying as heck, and always will be people who don't. Whether you look like Halle Berry or Marge Simpson. So does that mean beauty is getting attention, money, and Instagram likes? Also a big nope. Danny DeVito is one of the most famous people in the world, and he's not exactly a model. But man, is he a beautiful human. Attention is not a need. Real connection is. We need to feel a part of a community to stay sane. Just like we need nutrition, exercise, intellectual challenges, and a stable environment. All of our goals are to thrive, not just survive. So what does beautiful even freaking mean if it's none of this? Well, look at it this way. Almost nobody wins the genetic lottery, but it doesn't mean you aren't beautiful. Yes, it can be advantageous in society to have a symmetrical face, an hourglass figure, large muscles, and nice hair. But what will really get you far in life is mental growth, self-respect, and working to achieve your newly evaluated and not so crappy goals. So unless you consciously decide that all you want in this short life is to be a narcissist, surround yourself with people who don't value you and or constantly seek pleasure instead of real fulfillment, you need to forgive and accept yourself. Accept your flaws in your genetic code because they're not your fault. Fault isn't equal to responsibility. You have to choose how to handle whatever cards you were dealt. Nor can you do anything to change them. It's your flaws that make you perfect. Love what makes you different from other people because that is what makes you beautiful. If you stop beating yourself up for not being good enough and start acting on your goals that you have made based on your values, all of a sudden, you will find you are good enough. If you want to stop caring about one thing and start caring about another, you have to change your actions because actions are what dictate our emotions, not the other way around. Unfollow those artificial Instagram models, stop talking to people who are toxic, start working out your mind and body, treat yourself with love, and you will start loving yourself. Oh man, do I have an ex that needs to read this. In all seriousness though, OP, this is actually something that really struck me when I was looking for new content for the video. Self-love is something I too have struggled with most of my life. I've always seen myself as the ugly one out, the one that's not attractive, the one that's just the loud, obnoxious, and annoying, who has no friends, etc., etc. Despite none of that being true and intellectually knowing that, it's just emotionally hard to accept that idea. But you're right. This change in perspective about what beauty really is, about what being good enough really is exactly what I feel like I needed. And even if it doesn't help anyone else, your post has at least been able to help me. Thank you so much for sharing, and wherever you're at, I truly do wish you the best right now. Our next post is from user TotalBrutal1, but first, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you can get more of your daily dose of Reddit Happy. An open letter to the ones doubting themselves. I hear you, because I've been you. I've faced this obstacle far too many times. However, I have learned how to overcome it. And I have some advice for you. It's way too easy to begin to believe the things you hear around you. You listen to your parents tell you your career choice is stupid, your friends mock your aspirations, and all of the people around you have an extremely powerful way of somehow displaying their lives as being a million steps ahead of yours. With all of the negative influences, the reflection you see in the mirror soon turns to an ocean of self-doubt because you no longer have the confidence to continue pursuing who you truly are. You feel as though you need to do the impossible and magically transform yourself into what others want you to be, because what you are just isn't good enough for them. I, however, am you. I know how it feels to soak in the negative energy until it cripples you. I know how it feels to experience a failure that creates the echo in your head that tells you that maybe they were right. You're not good enough. I know how it feels to take the pain, that intense pain that feels impossible to ever relieve. If you're down in that hole, climb back up. The negative energy that seems to be polluting the air around you must become your fuel. These people who seem to have everything figured out better than you do are not your competition. The person you are today is your only competition. The day you learn to embrace that idea is the day you learn to conquer your self-doubt. Because maybe you aren't good enough right now, and that's okay, because right now is only the beginning. Don't be afraid to take that step forward and pursue your aspirations, because once you become the best version of yourself, you'll kick the butts of all those who previously belittled you in the first place. Continue to embrace the competition you have with yourself and become everything you were meant to be. Well, OP, your username definitely relates to your post here. Total brutal, be totally and brutally honest with yourself. But you hit on such a relevant point here in that we compare ourselves so much to the Facebook and Instagram lives of the people that we know and those that we compare ourselves to. In reality, their lives really aren't that awesome. Not everyone's always on vacation in Mexico. Not everyone's always buying a new house. These are admittedly big life events, but not ones that signify how awesome their life is every day. We don't see what goes on behind the scenes. The arguments, the fights, the worries about money, the stress of kids, everything else. anything and everything that they don't put up because they don't want other people to see it in this rat race of popularity we call life. But the people that truly are the happiest are the ones that are okay with who they are. The ones that can really embrace the life that they've been given and run with it. The ones that do take that negative energy, like you said, and turn that into their fuel rather than let that keep them down. Thank you so much for sharing this post, just being an inspiration to others, and wherever you're at right now, I truly do wish you the best. Our next story is from user Nelly Knife Cut. I, 29 female, just scratched and clawed my way out of a feverish/near fatal 5-year depression. Here's how I did it, all by myself. I almost lost the fight 6 to 7 times in 2019. My depression mounted and came to a head early in the year. My soul felt like a kettlebell in my chest. I freaking hated myself with such intense fervor that I'd have violent anxiety attacks and sobbing spells so hard I'd almost vomit. Constant thoughts of suicide and self-abrasive journal entries dating back to 2014. But I had to shout it out today. I did it! I scratched and clawed my way out of hell. I'm back! I'm crying as I type this. I'm so happy. I feel like I had to reintroduce me to myself in the mirror today. I barely even remember this girl. I missed her so much. It's been so long since I've seen her. She's absolutely stunning. She's so awesome. I hope this helps someone. This is how I did it. First, I secured reliable employment. This was the hardest part, and it took a long time and a lot of tears, but it was the biggest factor in my getting better. Second, I ended my long-distance relationship. Second biggest contributor to me getting better, even though he was my love. Third, quit alcohol and recreational drugs. I do still go out all the time. I just order non-alcoholic beers and mocktails now. Third biggest factor to my getting better. Fourth, joined a gym. I go 3 times a week after work and blast music/workout playlists in my headphones and run my butt off on the treadmill, grinning from ear to ear. Made friends with everyone in my gym's group classes. Losing pounds fast too. Glowing and noticed my instructor is actually really cute. I flirt with him all the time. Dance, stretch, music. I now love the gym. Fifth, booked voice lessons and improv lessons. 'Cause life is short. Sixth and finally, minimalized in my house/room. Got rid of 90% of my stuff. Now my room is minimal, clean, organized, adorable, easy to maintain, and bright. That's it. Just 6 things. One at a time. They took forever, but in the end, they were absolutely worth it. Hope this helps someone. I truly do. I don't want that hell for anyone. I'm here to talk if anyone needs a friend. Love you all here on Reddit. OP, first off, I'm sorry you went through all that, but at the same time, it sounds like that's something that really helped define who you are and what's brought you to where you are now. I am so happy to hear that you're doing this much better, that your life is on the right track to the point where you now want to help other people do the same as well. You've done some amazing things. Climbing out of a pit like that is super difficult, and yet you have managed to pull it off. So congratulations for that. Take pride in that accomplishment and know that you are worthy of all the love and attention that you receive. You're a great human being, and wherever you're at, I truly wish you the best. Thank you again for posting this. That was r/deciding to be better, and if you want more inspiring and uplifting stories about people making changes to their lives, then go ahead and feel free to hit that playlist link in the description below. Now you guys go out there, have a great weekend. I will see you all on Monday. Until then, I'm Exile451. Stay beautiful, people.